What's up? I'm back in the States, and oh my gosh, back at it again with another vid. Y'all don't know how happy I am to be back in my hometown. So much stuff to tell you. I have a lot more content to drop, and if you are new to my channel, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Not only is my channel for just viewers, beauty tips and things like that, but it's also for a professional just like me in the cosmetology industry who worked hard for them 1,500 hours. I'm about to start keeping it 1,000, okay? Not just 100, but 1,000, okay? Okay, period. I usually just do voiceovers and pre-recorded videos because of the technique that I do as a hairstylist. It requires more work to actually do it live than it is to actually pre-record and do a voiceover. That way you guys can like look and learn. I just want to tell you guys why I decided to go to a foreign country to start doing hair. And my main objective for going to the country of which I was named after was to start hosting workshops so that I could further educate the stylists that are there. So continuing their education. What I didn't know when before going was that the country was experiencing an extreme crisis. It goes on for weeks. This stuff goes on for months, years even, decades even. Hitting the ground running, going into the salons and these shops, braid shops was predominantly what the industry was. The infrastructure was very, 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 very poor. And I wanted to show these ladies the microlink extension technique that has majorly oversaturated the market. But I took it upon myself to take everything that I own, as you guys saw in the previous video, and change my whole perception on life. And with my name being Africa, you know, I just had to really dig deep inside myself so I can find out what my true purpose was, what my destiny is. And I felt like going to the continent would better open up that lotus of who I am. And being there, I was kind of thinking like, how does this place resemble me at all? How does this place reflect who I am, you know? And it's for me, it's far beyond like, oh, our descendants came here and da da da, and we were this, we were that, slaves. It's so far beyond that for me because no, I'm not African. I'm African American. That's a big thing in itself. And my name is Africa and I'm not African. So it's really kind of like, okay, sis, you got some stuff to figure out. Their dream there is to come to America. Their dream there is to come to the States and have these opportunities and have the modernization that we have, the infrastructure that we have, the economy that we have. As much as we complain about our economy and so on and so forth, there's so many things to complain about. And I was in those shoes before I left. I was complaining about everything. You know, when people make that comment, like, I mean, that saying, do what you love so that you never have to work again. I wanted to contribute to society. I wanted to actually get into what I could give more than what I can take from it. I started to manifest that I would go to this continent. It took me a year to manifest my reality, my dream into a reality of going to this continent. And essentially I wanted to live there. But when I got there and I saw the power and electricity crisis going on, the water crisis going on. You're talking 6 hours of power a day. 6, meaning 5 a.m. to 6 o'clock in the evening. That's it for the rest of the day. It's pitch black now. The water, you know, comes on once a week. So when I was going into these salons, I'm curious as to how they were shampooing their hair. How were they cleansing the client's hair? How were they maintaining a style without using a tool like a blow dryer, a curling iron, a flat iron, a wand to style anything? And they didn't have any answers, and they were very content with not having the answer. And that right there was kind of like stifling, because here I was with all the opportunity in the world, in America, with all the infrastructure in the world to take me to the top. And every day I found a reason to say why something couldn't be, even though it was going, it was still going, just not at the rate that I wanted, not at the capacity that I even wanted, but it was going. And going into these salons and seeing this woman who shaved her head. Everybody that came in was shaving their heads bald.
And I was like,
okay, wait a minute. Are y'all barbers or stylists? Like, what's going on? And they told me that the women shaved their heads so they could fit their wigs on. You know how maybe we would have braids underneath our wig. Nonetheless, the bald fade.
you know what I'm saying?
And I was just kind of like, wow. So if all the women are shaving their heads because there's no water to cleanse their scalp or their hair, there's no blow dryer to maintain it, these people are literally shaving their heads, there's no demand for the stylist to even be in the position to do some hair, unless you're getting braids. With all the tools that I brought, they're super professional, they're super high grade. I couldn't plug it into any outlets. I couldn't even show them a thing or two. And it was kind of like, wow, I prepared so heavily for this experience. And I can't even share with you guys what I want to share with you guys, just because of a world that you have no control over. And I was very impatient. I was so impatient the entire time I was there. I stayed for 2 whole months, and my patience ran thin every day. Like, I'm like, okay, where's the time going? Like, what are we doing? Why are we sitting in the dark at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock even? Why the moment we wake up, there's still no power on? Like, why do we gotta wait till tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? It was just like it was very heavy. It was extremely heavy, but in those moments, I got to understand me. I got to really dig deep inside of myself, because everything that comforted me wasn't around. Even to this day that I'm back in the States, I am still flabbergasted at that experience. And most people go to LA or Atlanta or Miami or something, a major city, to live out their dreams. And we forget about the people that want to live out their dreams but can't. They need people like us for inspiration, for motivation, to be an aspiration for what they want to do that we are already doing. So if anything, I would go in and say to these women, like, hey, like, you can come to America. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but just like it's not easy for me here in Zimbabwe where I was. It wasn't easy for me being there, but I got there. And it's not gonna be easy for them coming here, but they can get here. Getting there is the first step. When I got there, I felt so accomplished. Even when I left, I felt accomplished, because it was like, although I didn't get to host the classes that I wanted to host, I still made that effort. I still took that step outside of what I knew, outside of what I thought I knew, what I felt, the discouragement that I had here before I left, leaving everything behind. And I'm actually going to show you guys a clip that I did. This was about a year ago. This was before I had a passport. This was before I even moved back home to my parents' house. I didn't know that I was gonna go here. I just had a thought. I just had a dream. I just had a manifestation deep down on the inside of me, a revelation. And I took it and ran with it. And when I took it and ran with it, lo and behold, the next year, I was on the flight. The video you guys are about to see is from a year ago. So you can really hear like the discouragement in my voice. You can see the hopelessness in my face as I was speaking about why I wanted to leave so badly. And now that I'm back here, and I got on Instagram and things like that, it just made me want to be a lot more modest about my life. It made me want to be a lot more personable about who I am and what I'm trying to do. Because although I had my clientele, it was like I had to leave them to become a better me. I had to leave them so I could figure out who I am and what I am meant to be. And yeah, it was like, am I gonna have them when I come back? Will they still be here? At the end of the day, I feel like God is my refuge, and when he tells me to move, I have to do it, whether I'm in fear or not. And I left my clients behind, barely even giving a notice. It was that like surreal that I only told a select few of them that I would be leaving. And from this day forward, man, we think it's thieves. Dang, I love when old people say that. Not looking for validation from the industry, because Lord knows before I left, that's the road I was going on. But when I saw these women who didn't need validation, getting up every day, knowing they would have the same result, but still staying hopeful. Just imagine not even having the resources to take care of that one client, to take care of 2 clients nonetheless. I wish I would have interviewed them a little bit more, but I was so in the moment that pulling out my phone was just not something that I was thinking about. A lot went down in Zimbabwe. A lot went down in the continent of Africa. A lot went down within that continent, and a lot went down within myself, and I just want to share it with y'all. Take these next few videos and with some compassion, because I'm really gonna keep it 100 with you guys. And I've had some ups and I had some downs, and I am still here. I am still able. I am still capable. I'm ready to go to Africa. I have nothing to lose at this point. I have absolutely nothing to lose. With $200 to my name, I'm getting my passport. I feel like if I tell people that I'm gonna be making this move, the first thing they're gonna ask is, what about this? And what about that? They're gonna put worry on me. They're gonna put stresses on my heart and in my mind. I pray to God that I'd make enough money to fly out of here. And I just feel like I deserve more. I deserve to experience more. I've been treated like, I just haven't been treated like I have things to offer. And I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want to talk about things I'm doing anymore. Even though I believe in the power of manifestation, and I have faith of things not seen. What is God telling me? This year alone has been extremely crazy. Like, I don't even know where to begin. I'm over it. I want to pack my apartment up. I want to pack my suitcase up so when I get my things at my mom's house, the next destination is to airport. I'm gonna pack my apartment up little by little, put things that I need in my suitcase, and be on the next plane by August.
Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to tell your friends. Africa styles me.